Hello and welcome to Lincoln Christian. We have more high school basketball for you coming up. It is the girls varsity game coming up between the Lincoln Christian Crusaders and the Columbus Scotus Shamrocks. I'm Keith Miles. I'll be joined by Jeremy Hannes for our game today, and looking forward to some great action. The Crusaders come off a win over the Louisville Lions on Thursday night, trying to keep that going against the Shamrocks, who come in at 7-6. We'll have your game coming up in just a bit.
Hi, I'm Stacy Allison, Assistant Director of Stewardship and Advancement for the Lincoln Christian School Foundation. I am so excited about our Cornerstone Challenge we have going on now through January 29th. $20, 21 days, $21,000. We're looking for people to join in giving $20 a month, and every $20 will be matched by another $20 through our generous donor, up to $21,000 that is given this month. That means we could raise $42,000 this year for the Lincoln Christian School. It's about being a part of a community of other people who say, we care about Lincoln Christian School. We care about other students and families that go to our school. I invite you to consider being a part of Cornerstone and joining us during the Cornerstone Challenge. You can go to the website and find out more information, or contact me here at the school to find out more. Thank you so much, and to God be the glory.
My name is Mrs. Wobig, and I teach kindergarten at Lincoln Christian. My favorite season is summer, and my favorite holiday is Christmas. And I would have to say my favorite school supply is notebooks, because I love to see the kids' creativity come out on paper. I love teaching kindergarten because I love to see the kids learning something for the first time. I love to see when I'm teaching phonics and reading how they're learning how to decode something for the first time and be able to read that word, and just the excitement on their face when they get it.
Hi, this is Britt Ehlers, head basketball coach for the Lincoln Christian girls basketball team. Just want to thank you for supporting Lincoln Christian athletics and watching the Crusaders on the Crusader Network.
Good afternoon and welcome to Lincoln Christian for today's varsity basketball game. We welcome the Shamrocks from Columbus Scotus High School to do battle with your Lincoln Christian Crusaders. Please stand with me for our opening prayer. We're led by Mr. Keith Miles, longtime Lincoln Christian booster, dad, and today a school board member. And he's up on the Lincoln Christian Crusader Sports Network, Win Strive up at the top there. Then remain standing for the national anthem presented by LCS student Ms. Tatum Paulson. Please pray with me. Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this day that we can celebrate the game of basketball together. We thank you for Columbus Scotus, and we thank you for the Centennial Conference, where all the schools can practice faith in Jesus Christ and demonstrate that daily in activities as well as academics. And again, we just thank you for the opportunity to play today after the weather postponed us yesterday, but thankful that everyone could be here for today's game. We just look forward to a good and spirited contest and just pray for safety for the players. We pray for good sportsmanship for the players and for the fans. And most of all, Father, we just thank you for sending your Son to be our Savior. We just ask all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets roared, bombs bursting near, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Tatum Paulson with the anthem. Girls are up first, and we want to get to the starting lineups. First, for the Columbus Scotus Shamrock. Number 4, the 5'5" senior, Henry Trohan. Number 11, 5'5" senior, Bayla Poole. Number 14, 5'6" senior, Camille Pella. Number 34, 5'11" senior, Janae Rusher. And number 44, 5'9" sophomore, Haley Steffensmeyer. The Shamrocks are coached by Jared Ritter, assisted by Mike Vonkanen and John Peterson. And now for your Lincoln Christian Crusaders. Number 3, the 5'11" sophomore, Ashley Oil. Number 5,
All right, ready to go. It's the Crusaders and the Shamrocks, a game that was scheduled for last night, but because of the weather, got rescheduled. Fortunately, both teams had an off day today, so we can get this game in. And things are going to get tighter down the road, if you're trying to reschedule games between now and the end of the season if you have weather issues. So Crusaders control the tip, and we are off and running out of bounds, and they're going to say it's off the Crusaders. So now what does that mean for the jump ball? Then it's our possession, I guess, because they really are getting the first possession.
Right, yeah, that actually happened in the JV game too. Exact same thing. So
that's number 44, Steffensmeyer, who had it. They get it inside to her. Back outside, open three on the way. Off the mark, but an offensive rebound.
Good box out by Hallie, and the rest of the team didn't. There we go.
And Steffensmeyer steps through to the defenders but misses her shot, and Lincoln Christian into the front court. Christ over in the corner. Now drives baseline, comes back out. Lob inside for McCullough. She's quickly double-teamed. Christ will try the three and hits it.
Good job, Emerson. That's her second three of the year. Got the updated stats from Britt, and so she's got two now this year.
So that's, again, the Crusaders shoot a lot of three-pointers, but that's an unexpected three from Christ, but we'll take it. On the other end, the foul goes on the Crusaders, and that'll go on number 3. That's Ashlyn Ailes, her first, and it'll be free throws coming, or no, out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
And they pass it in to Cool. Inside now. And a missed shot by Steffensmeyer, and the rebound comes down to the Crusaders. Long three from Ashlyn Ailes. That's too strong. And the rebound comes down to number 34. That's Rusher for the Shamrocks.
Good box out on their end.
Inside to Steffensmeyer, and she misses another one.
Right.
But they're going to keep going to her, so the Crusaders have got to button up that defense. Hallie Heiser leaves the three a little short.
Yeah, Steffensmeyer, she played 2 quarters in the JV game. I haven't seen that lately where a girl plays JV and then starts for varsity. But
yeah.
I do see a couple girls on their bench with a boot on and sweats on, so they maybe are having some injuries.
Back outside to Ava Cool, guarded by Christ. And Shohan lost control just for a bit, but was able to regather it.
Right.
And then that's bounced off the foot of the Shamrocks, but again, they've got it back. And a free ball on the way by Cameron Shohan.
Made us pay. It was kind of ugly possession for them, but they kept the possession and hit a three.
3-point field goal apiece, and we're tied. And that's Ailes over in the corner. McKiley to Ashlyn. Another long three from Ashlyn. Misses the shot, and the rebound to Steffensmeyer. Cool with it. Back outside. Shohan thought about the three. Drives in. Bounces back to Cool. And a three on the way from Pellin. She misses. And the rebound out of bounds. That was close. It looked like that might have gone off McCullough, but they give it to Lincoln Christian.
Right. It'll be interesting to see, both teams are supposed to have the weekend off, and I've been hearing about this off weekend for most of the week this week, so I know the girls are kind of looking forward to a little bit of a break, and it'll be interesting to see what team has kind of reset their focus and ready to play today.
Ashlyn Ailes drives, and she will shoot free throws. First foul of the game on Scotus. And it will go, Ava Cool picks it up. One foul apiece. Ashlyn Ailes to the free throw line.
So we just got our third ref to show up. When I was over at the scores table getting starters, they had delayed the pregame. They stopped it at about 19 minutes for warm-ups. He was, because of the snow outs yesterday, there's guys all over the place reffing. He did Mudecas this morning.
Oh, boy.
And then was on the roads being a little bit late. So we're up to our 3 refs now.
Yeah.
So
well, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you think, well, the schools have to find a date that works for both of them, but then you also got to find officials.
Right, yep.
And in this case, we had to have officials for the JV games as well.
Yeah, we did.
Missed shot on that end. Oh, and then a quick steal.
Need to be aware.
That's Cool, who missed the shot, but then made up for it with the steal.
The moving screen, yep.
And that foul will go on number 34, Janae Rusher.
You can sometimes get away with that down low, but when you're out at the top of the key, it's only a few girls out there, it's pretty obvious.
So Lincoln Christian, the 1-point lead in the ball. Annie Heisier's in the game, and she has it over in the corner, comes back outside. Tight defense by Cool on Ashley Nails, and now Hallie Heisier tries the three and has it.
Shot. Yeah, we have about, I think we're up to maybe 84 threes so far this year, and the two Ailes and the two Heisiers have about 76 of them, I believe. So.
And now a turnover, and Kylie Ailes all the way, a little bit too strong, went between the defenders, but can't finish.
That's a travel.
And a travel. That'll turn it over.
Yeah, so we've got 4 girls, usually 3 of them are on the court at any time that have no issues with shooting the ball and shooting it from length.
And, of course, if you're an opposing coach, well, you're going to look at the film and you know that we shoot a lot of threes, but the good news is we've got a lot of different girls who can hit them, so you can't just key on 1 or 2.
Right, exactly. Kind of back with Chloe and Tatum and Ashlyn.
There's McKaylee Ailes. She misses, but Chris battles for the rebound and out of bounds off the Crusaders. Maddie Harms in for the first time for Lincoln Christian. So let's see. We'll set the lineup again for the Crusaders. Chris, Annie Heisier, Hallie Heisier, McKaylee Ailes, and Maddie Harms on the floor. Cool into the front court. Ball out of bounds. It'll go to Lincoln Christian. I think the official was kind of, I think he was kind of thinking in his mind, okay, now what did I just see? And then I think he said it went off the knee of the Scotus player.
I believe so, yeah. Good hands by McKaylee there.
But these officials, calls like that, they do have to think quickly. But I think it's good when you do see that they're kind of taking their time to make sure they get it right.
Right. Yeah, you kind of got to first figure out who was off and then figure out what direction they were going, on the play like that away from the hoop. It's kind of like, okay, where are we at here? Similar situation right here that happened to us with Emerson.
So the turnover gives it back to Scotus, and that's off McKaylee Ailes' fingertips, out of bounds. So for Scotus, Kate McGuire is into the game now for the first time. That's Ava Cool. Looks inside for Steffensmeyer. Ball is on the floor, and we're going to have a jump ball call, so this will go back to LCS.
To the Crusaders.
And, this is, I think we were talking about this Thursday night, second year in a row when the Scotus Crusader game was postponed because of weather. It was supposed to be up in Columbus last year, and we had a storm on a Friday.
Did they make that game up? Or
I was trying to remember that. I don't think they did, and partly because, there's a turnover, steal by Scotus, and a layup and a basket from Camille Palin.
Can't have that turnover at the top of the key. One bad pass, we didn't meet the ball, we kind of had a soft pass, and then it's an easy 2 for them.
So it's 7-5. And a tip out of bounds. That'll stay with Lincoln Christian. Yeah, last year, the reason we didn't play it the next day is because we had a winter dinner scheduled on that date. So I was thinking about that. They could have, Scotus might not have liked this, but say, let's play at 10 in the morning, and get them in.
Get them back here. And I'm sure there's some girls that would rather play a basketball game than go to a formal anyway.
Right, yeah. Annie Heisier for 3. Just a little too strong, but Maddie Harms with the rebound. Now Chris will try another 3. Just a bit short that time. And the rebound down to Scotus. Ball tipped, but Columbus Scotus saves the possession. And that is Shohan misses the 3. Battle for the rebound, out of bounds. They'll say Lincoln Christian ball. Clarissa Cush on the floor for Columbus Scotus. And Cameron Shohan to the bench. Ava Schneider in now for Lincoln Christian.
Yep.
And Kylie Ailes into the lane, now back outside. And we got a foul away from the ball, looks like.
They're going to be Rusher's second foul.
Yep, 2 fouls on Rusher, 3 team fouls on Scotus, 1 on Lincoln Christian.
I think we should see Jana DeHaan tonight. You know, we talked about she missed a few games with being sick, and then she wasn't in the scorebook, I found out, this last game. She went to sub in, and they had just copied a previous game's roster,
right.
and she wasn't on it because she was sick. So it sounded like it went through about 3 people that just didn't catch it.
I'm sure that's not going to happen again.
It will not.
That happens
No.
once, so then
Right.
they're going to double check and triple check.
So I would expect to see her in the game today.
Back-to-back turnovers. Annie Heesier with a little hook shot. That's a little closer to the basket than Annie usually shoots, but we'll take it.
Right.
Crusaders working 9 to 5 for the lead. Good defense by Schneider. They were trying to get it into Steffensmeyer. She had a height advantage on Schneider, but Ava battles for the ball out of bounds to Scotus. Now Steffensmeyer drives, puts it up over the defense, misses. Harms battles for the rebound, but can't squeeze it. Got to squeeze the orange, as they say.
Yep. Yeah, Steffensmeyer drove in from the outside on that. We didn't have real good help, and she missed a close-in shot. We need to secure that rebound. Now they get another chance.
Down to the last minute of the first quarter, and a 3 ball on the way, and good from Cameron Chohan. So she's got 2 threes. And that brings Scotus back within a point. Bounce inside to Harms. She's able to grab that one, goes up, can't convert. So the Shamrocks will have the last shot of the quarter, it looks like.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a disjointed game. Neither team has gotten in a lot of rhythm. Subs have come in and out pretty freely here, so we'll see if we can get a little bit something more going in the second quarter, get a couple shots to go in. We saw that on Thursday night. Once McKiley hit a shot, we came down and hit a couple more.
Scotus, 16 seconds to do something here. That's Pellin with it to Ava Kuhl, guarded by Ava Schneider. And they say that ball was tipped, so no over and back call.
Down to 2 seconds.
And a 3 on the way. That'll count if it goes. It doesn't. The Crusaders with a 1-point lead after 1. Here we go, second quarter. Lincoln Christian with a 1-point lead, but Scotus will have the ball to get things going.
Yeah, 9-8, we're up. Hallie and Emerson both with a 3. Cameron Chohan with a couple threes for them in that first quarter.
And another tip, so no over and back call. Crusaders have the starters. No, they don't have the starters all on the floor. Annie Heesier's out there in place of McKiley,
Yeah, so McKiley will get a quick break here, and I'm sure she'll be ready to go right back in.
McCullough picks up the foul, 2 on LCS. That's Chohan with it. Bounces back outside. Cool. Steps in and hits a nice little 12-footer. And that gives the lead to the Shamrocks.
Yeah, it seems like we've been kind of in control of that first quarter, but we did not take advantage of some a good defensive positions by us. Gave them second chances and kind of come back to haunt us here.
And Steffensmeyer picks up her first foul.
Her first Crusader ball.
4 team fouls for Scotus, so at least we won't be shooting free throws the entire second quarter.
Yeah. Ashlyn Ailes kicks across to Annie Heiser. In and out. Good looking shot, but it won't fall, and Scotus with the rebound. They've got the lead in the ball. Scotus comes in 7-6. Lincoln Christian 5-6, trying to even their record.
Yeah, I think, an opportunity here to get, to go even like you said, and then I think we got Concordia next week, which is winnable, so it'd be nice to have a winning record, going into conference tournament the following week.
Ashlyn Ailes, long three, and nothing but net.
Nice shot. Third three of the game for us.
And again, we talked about the diversity of three-point shooters, 3 threes, but all by different players. So defender goes down, shot goes up, and a foul, which I think will go on Ashlyn Ailes, and that'll be 2 on her.
Right. She kind of, like they say, got caught with her hand in the cookie jar there. She just kind of got it as the girl was driving past her. She got past Annie. Annie went for a steal, didn't get it. Ashlyn needs to step in and either force her out or try to draw a charge on that.
Shohan misses the first. McKiley Ailes back in the game. McKiley for Ashlyn.
Yep, I don't know if that was the plan, but when she picked up that second.
So, yeah, Ashlyn may have some extended minutes on the bench here. You certainly don't want her to pick up a third before halftime.
You don't. If you can get to halftime with 2 fouls, that opens up your second half. Playing a little tentative if you have 3 going into the second half. So, score will probably dictate that. So,
Lincoln Christian back on top, and they have the ball after 2 missed free throws by Shohan, who's got a couple of threes, but then can't convert from a little closer in on the foul line.
That JV game, they were 9 for 14 in the first half on free throws. And then they came out, and I think they went 1 for 7 in the second half. But they showed they can hit some free throws, but not the first 2 here.
Inside to Steffenmeyer, blocked by McCullough. Ball on the floor, and a jump ball called. That'll go back to LCS.
Faith with a good block there.
So the boys game coming up after this one. The LCS Crusaders at 6-3 will take on the Shamrocks. And Scotus is 4-7, their boys team.
I was wanting to help you there, but I can't. So
I thought I had it memorized, but I had my cheat sheet here. So that's McKiley Ailes with it. Over to Hallie Heiser, tries the 3, a little bit short. Rebound out of bounds to Scotus. Yeah, we'll talk as we go on about the potential seedings in the conference tournament. It looks like the girls probably are going to hit the road, and the boys probably will get a home game. Of course, it all depends on what happens here today, plus any other games going on today.
And that's just this week. Like today's the last day, correct?
Right. Yeah, they'll seed it on Monday morning, and then it'll be a week from Monday. It'll start. But you know what? There have been, in both sides, boys and girls, there have been a lot of years when the number 1 seed doesn't win the tournament because the conference is always so deep.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Christ, she'll try another 3.
She made that one early one. We talked about it being her second of the year. I don't know if we want to start shooting a lot more, though. Maybe swing the ball and see what we can find.
This shot comes down to Heiser with the rebound. Now McKiley Ailes for 3. That one was online, but a little bit short.
Yeah, I think she caught that ball and she saw open basket, went to shoot, and then Ava Cool kind of ran in front of her and got a high hand on her and affected that shot.
Shohan down low to number 5. That's McGuire in the game. That's Pellin. Comes back outside. And there's an open three from McGuire. She'll try it and hit it.
Yeah, we must have had a switch down low. Emerson was guarding 34, their 5'11 senior, and Faith tried to get out on that three, and it wasn't going to happen.
And that pass over McCullough's head. So the Shamrocks now with the lead in the ball. And a nice shot just inside the free throw line. That is Cameron Shohan. So now Scotus their biggest lead at 3. Annie Heiser open in the corner. And that one bounced straight up. Thought it might come down and in, but off to the side, so it's no basket. And Shamrocks quick shot on the other end and a miss, but an offensive rebound. Rusher puts it up. Another offensive rebound and a foul and a basket.
Our defense is kind of letting us down now. Not playing very good man-to-man defense and letting girls get to the basket, letting them have open shots, not talking on defense. So that'll be something that Britt will try to fix on the fly here. Otherwise, he'll need to use one of his timeouts, which we don't do a lot this year, but we need to call a timeout and kind of reset here.
McCullough picks up her second foul and goes to the bench. Maddie Harms comes in, as well as Jenna DeHaan for the first time. And McGuire hits the free throw, so she's got 6 quick points, and that's the lead for the Shamrocks.
Yep.
Ailes back to Christ. Shamrocks playing some tight defense here.
Pressure's kind of on McKiley here and a little bit on Annie to get some points out of this. This is a lineup that you don't get a lot of points out of some of the girls, and that's fine that we're playing because they're good players and they're good on defense. But on offensive side, we're going to really have to work to get some points.
Now Chris drives baseline, and that pass is going to be intercepted. Just not quite strong enough to get it outside. Mm-hmm. And that's number 10, Mesa Cool, who's in for the first time. And Scotus Steffensmeyer a shot down low, but she can't get it. And Jana DeHaan fights hard to get the rebound.
Yep. Push the ball and see if we can get something easy here.
Ailes to Chris. Now DeHaan top of the key. And Annie Heiser gives up the dribble. Now gets it to DeHaan. And a steal. Good defense by Lincoln Christian.
Annie Heiser getting back there and getting high hand. You know, I don't want to second guess anybody, but I think we call a timeout there. We get some of those starters some rest through a timeout. We've had a couple empty possessions down there, and when you're down 6 and you've only scored 12 in the first half, you don't want to get down too far. Let's use some timeouts and get some rest, and let's go from there.
And Coach Ehlers does bring Ashlyn Ailes back with those 2 fouls. We need some offensive spark on that end, so see if she can help us with that. And Maddie Harms loses the ball. Little contact in there, but no call.
Yeah, when Ashlyn went to the bench with 2, we were up 12-10. Down 18-12 now, 21-12.
And Shohan with her 3rd 3 of the half. And the Crusaders now want to finish the half strong and not fall down any further. Kylie Ailes, and a little bit too strong. I think she maybe forced that shot a little. She had a little bit of daylight. But
I think she probably looks at the scoreboard and says, I need to do something here.
And Scotus just fighting harder for those loose balls.
They're working harder for it.
Steffensmeyer turns around on Harms, now comes back outside, a 3 on the way. And that went in and out. Harms hits the deck hard on the rebound, but Steffensmeyer keeps with it and scores.
Yeah, it really didn't need to be going this way. You know, it was 12-10, almost seemed like we should have been up more, and we just hit a cold spell, and it's continued.
And now Scotus is going to hold for that last shot and probably take a double-digit lead into the halftime. Ball out of bounds, and the Crusaders have it, but just 3 seconds to do something, and then a foul. No free throws, though, because neither team's in the bonus.
Smart foul from Scotus if they were aware that they had a foul to give. They're one foul away from that being a terrible foul and getting a couple free throws.
So the Crusaders will see, put it in Kylie Ailes, and she'll launch a half-quarter and hit another one. Holy moly. Last Saturday, she hit one at the end of the third quarter, and that's a big shot in more ways than one because it gives the Crusaders a little bit of momentum to build on as they try to regroup at halftime.
That's a huge shot.
So stick with us now here at halftime. We're going to have a special thing with the Crusader Cornerstone Challenge 21, and it'll be Stacy Allison who's going to join us on the floor. I'm looking for Stacy. She's going to be over there. There she is. So we will switch over to Stacy here, and we're going to have a fun trivia contest that you can participate in if you're watching on Strive. So hang with us.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Just because we have limited fans does not mean that we're not going to do some fun things at halftime. And the exciting thing is we're also going to include those who are watching on Strive at home. So get out your smartphone. We're going to do a little trivia. And you have the opportunity to win by answering 2 questions tonight. You will get entered into a drawing to win one of these exclusive To God Be the Glory t-shirts and a $25 Shields gift card. So all of you here in the stands and all of you at home can participate. This is our 2021 Cornerstone Challenge Trivia. As you probably heard, last Friday we kicked off our 2021 Cornerstone Challenge. We're looking for people to join Cornerstone at $20 a month over the next 21 days to help us reach a $21,000 match. This is our second year doing this here at the foundation. Last year we had 65 people join Cornerstone in the time that we did our Cornerstone Challenge. And we're praying that more people would join this year. So as you think about this trivia, we'd love to consider being a part of Cornerstone. If you're interested in joining Cornerstone and giving $20 a month, you can text Cornerstone to the Lincoln Christian number, 402-488-8888 if you don't have that in your phone. So that's if you want to participate in Cornerstone. If you want to participate in winning this cool t-shirt, not the one I have on, you get your own in your size. And if you want a Shields gift card, then you're going to text 2021. It's going to give you directions to put your answers and your name into this text, all right? Are you ready? You got your phones out? Everybody online watching us on Strive is ready. You can participate over halftime, and we will announce the answers and the winner of the drawing at between 3rd and 4th. So here we go. The first question is, Lincoln Christian played and won its first high school football game over this team in 1994. Would it be A, Omaha Skutt, B, Bishop Neumann, or C, Lincoln Lutheran? So again, the first thing you want to do is text 2021, and then it's going to give you a text to respond to that text. All right, so again, I'll repeat that question. LCS played and won its first high school football game over this team in 1994. A, A, Omaha Skutt, B, Bishop Neumann, C, Lincoln Lutheran. The second question, you have to get both questions right to be entered into the drawing and include your name, first and last. All right, second question is, Lincoln Christian played its first varsity boys basketball game season in 1977-1978. Who was the head coach? Was it Wes Shepard, Herb Schrader sitting over there, or Scott Johnson? Those are your 3 choices. Wes Shepard is A, Herb Schrader is B, and Scott Johnson is C for the first varsity boys basketball coach in 1978-1977 season. So again, text 2021. I'm getting some here on my phone. They come to my phone. And then you can put your answers with your name in response to the text that you get. We'll be back later with the answer. And again, if you want to participate in Cornerstone and joining, giving $20 a month that will go towards the foundation and the work that we're doing to build the Shields project, you can go ahead and text Cornerstone, and it'll give you a link to sign up online. Thanks so much. I'm Stacey Allison with the Foundation. Have a great time tonight.
All right, so if you want to participate in that trivia contest, why be sure to text 2021 to play Cornerstone Trivia, 402-488-8888. That's the phone number you text to. And the question, then you have to answer a couple of questions. Number one, LCS played and won its first ever high school football game back in 1994 over one of these teams. Was it A, Omaha Skutt, B, Bishop Neumann, or C, Lincoln Lutheran? And then question two, LCS played its first varsity boys basketball season in 1977-78. And the who was the head coach that year? Was it A, Wes Shepard, B, Herb Schrader, or C, Scott Johnson? So again, phone number you want to use is 402-488-8888, and just text the number 2021 to that number, and then you'll get instructions on how you can submit your answers to the trivia questions and play Cornerstone Trivia. And Stacy will be back after the end of the third quarter to announce the winner of our trivia contest. And if you want to participate in the Cornerstone Giving Program, you can text the word Cornerstone to 402-488-8888, or you can go online, www.lincolnchristian.org/give2021 to participate with that. So we will take a break and be back with the second half.
Hi, I'm Zach Castlebaum, Superintendent at Lincoln Christian School, and with me is Mark Powell, our Director of Stewardship and Advancement. And as you know, we're in the middle of a capital campaign to add a Shills multi-purpose facility to our school. This is an exciting time, and at the end of the year, we've had a mad rush of just excitement and support and God's hand of blessing upon our school. Mr. Powell, you want to share a little bit about that?
Yeah, in the December 10th, we received a matching grant for $450,000, and it was a dollar-for-dollar match. And on December 31st, the Lincoln Christian School family had responded with $553,000 towards that match. So you add the two together, and we're just a little north of $1 million in 3 weeks, which is really amazing. Praise God for how he moved at the end of the year.
And with this being the biggest campaign actually in school history, with a value of $3.7 million, where does that leave us standing today?
With all the gifts and pledges to date, we're at $2.4 million towards the campaign, with $1.3 million yet to go, Zach.
Yeah. Right now we're being blessed with growth, as over the past few years we've added 3 sections of kindergarten, 3 sections of first grade, and we continue to see that trend of growth at Lincoln Christian School. What does this project have in it that would address those areas as well?
Well, the focus obviously is with the 25,000 square foot Shields multi-purpose center, which will impact our student athletes and that piece of the school. But then there's also 3 classrooms, Zach, which will accommodate some of that future growth that you're talking about.
Yeah. So what a blessing, and thank you for your support in this project that's going to implement the 93% of our students that are involved in some form of co-curricular activity. We thank you for your support and ask for your continued prayers.
Thank you.
My name is Jess Seeley. This is my wife, Anna Seeley. We've been married for about 6.5 years.
We have 2 boys, Zane, who's 4, and Zeke, who is 2, and a little girl who's on the way.
We wanted teachers that know Christ, love Christ, and will instill that knowledge of Christ in our children, come up along beside them when we're not with them.
I so valued the teachers that I got to grow up with, ones that I know were praying for me, and I want that, and I've dreamed for that for my own children.
All right, ready to go. Second quarter. McKiley Ailes hit a big three for the Crusaders at the end of that half. It wasn't just 3 points, but it was hopefully something that can be the start of some momentum swing here. Whoop.
Oh, you're good.
Now you're on.
Yep.
Now
Just build a little momentum with that shot. Lift your heads a little bit going into the halftime.
But on the other end, Steffensmeyer now to start the second half may get those 3 points back as she scores and has a chance for a three-pointer.
We've got to push her out of the lane. We can't let her get the ball that deep and then split us.
And she converts. And that gives the Shamrocks an 11-point lead again. That foul was on Hallie Heiser.
This is an interesting game. We're up 12-10, I believe. Ashland goes out with 2 fouls in those next 4 or 5 minutes. They went on about a 13-0 run or so.
Right. Good offensive rebound by Christ, but a missed three from McKiley Ailes. She's too close, right?
Right, yeah, needs to move back a little bit. Cameron Chohan might have got a hand on it. I couldn't tell. McKiley doesn't usually shoot him short.
And we got another foul away from the ball, and that goes on. Let's see. Camille Pallon picks it up. 1 team foul apiece.
Like we talk about, the first few minutes of that second half is going to be important. So, we had a good start, and then, we gave up that 3-point play, and it kind of cost us there. We'll see if we can. That was a good move. I don't know if we could do that again, but that was a good move by Ashland.
I was say that you don't see Ashland drive to the basket much, but
that's a McKiley move.
And McKiley forces the turnover there.
Yep. So these first couple minutes, let's try to get into that. It was a 9-point lead, I believe, or an 8-point lead, and see if we can cut it down to 5 or 6.
Defense on Ashland real quick, so she can't launch a three. Now she'll have a chance, and that one's off the mark, out of bounds to Scotus.
Had a good look at it. And she was, within good range. Sometimes she takes a couple steps back, and it's a tougher shot. But that was a legit three-pointer.
And McKiley Ailes with the steal.
Get it out.
And Christ, should have been brought it back out, but Lincoln Christian will keep the possession. So McKiley battling on the defensive end. She's forced 2 turnovers here in the last 2 possessions.
Yep, she's been active.
Ashland looked inside, but then back to Hallie. And now drives to the basket. Misses the shot, but she goes to the line. So we just talked a little bit ago about how that's not her MO usually to drive, but she's done it a couple of times. So.
Yeah, that's the new Ashland this half. So.
Right.
Second foul on Camille Pellin. Picked up 2 quick fouls this second half, third quarter.
And Ashland can't convert. These are points you got to have when the clock stopped and you're at the line. And Columbus Scotus is going to take a 30-second timeout. They've got a 9-point lead. Ashland Ailes will have one more free throw coming out of the timeout. Take a look at some other action going on in the Centennial Conference today. The big game for Fremont Bergen girls. They are 9-3 on the year, and they're going to take on North Bend Central, the defending Class C1 champs.
Yeah, that'll be a good game.
The boys playing as well up there. Lincoln Lutheran doesn't play again until next Thursday. They'll be playing Fremont Bergen. Also today, Hastings St. Cecilia and Kearney Catholic matching up for the boys-girls doubleheader. David City Aquinas at Columbus Lakeview today, and Omaha Concordia playing at Omaha Duchesne on the girls' side.
Okay. I think Lincoln Lutheran may have rescheduled the Nebraska City Wards game that was canceled last night for Monday.
Okay.
So,
yeah, a lot of game. Pretty much everything in about the eastern third of Nebraska got canceled last night.
I think they're trying to squeeze them in today, Monday, maybe Tuesday. So, like you said, you never know what's going to get canceled down the road. You want to get these in.
Yep. And there's a drive and a shot by Rusher, and she hits her first basket.
It's too easy for them down low.
You know, in Scotus, again, they're 7-6 on the season, but they opened their season, first game of the season, they beat Hastings St. Cecilia, and the Hawkettes have only lost a couple of games this year. So
Yeah, when I was looking to see, what this game could be like, I saw they opened with that win, and I think then they lost to Newman lately, who's who's having a little bit of a down year compared to what they usually have. So I was not sure which Columbus team we're going to get here. Like I said, it looks like they had a couple injuries, so that always affects the team.
Annie Heiser with it. Back outside to Ashlyn Ailes. Across, Makayla Ailes has an open look. Ball on the floor. And still on the floor, and they're going to finally call a jump ball. So both teams stayed with it, and Lincoln Christian will get it on the alternating possession.
Right. I liked Annie's hustle there. She got on the ground. Too many times I see our team, they bend over, they try to pick it up. The next girl gets on the ground and gets it. Annie got on the ground and caused that jump ball.
And Hallie Heiser with an open three, and she's got it.
Good shot by Hallie. I think that's her second three of the night.
And give the defense credit. They tied up that loose ball, got a jump ball, and Lincoln Christian with the possession, and now we're back within 7, just down by a touchdown, 28-21.
See if we can get a stop here. Force a turnover or force a shot back, block them out, get the rebound.
And that's number 14, Pellin with it, bounces inside. And I don't think that's who she was trying to pass to, but it worked out. Cool scores it.
No, it looked like Annie got beat back door. They tried that pass, and then it ended up dribbling past Faith to the girl she was supposed to be guarding. So it all worked out in the end for the Shamrocks. Luck of the Irish.
Yeah. Annie Heiser gives up her dribble. Somebody got to come bail her out there. And Coach Britt Ehlers calls a timeout. So the Crusaders will use their first timeout, and they trail the Shamrocks by 9. So, yeah, looking at their the Scotus schedule this year, they beat St. Cecilia. They've beaten 3 teams that are pretty good this year. The St. Cecilia Pierce, which is 9-4, and West Point Beamer, which is 10-3.
Okay.
So they've had some good wins, and their last win, an overtime win against Norfolk Catholic on Tuesday night. And I got to go back and check last year and see. My thought is that I don't think we ever did make those games up, but we'll check that out with Scotus when they were postponed.
Let's see what Britt has here coming out of the timeout.
Hallie Heiser looks inside. Now Makayla Ailes, and she is fouled. And that kind of impeded her motion there, because I'm like, she's kind of doing an awkward step there, but that's because she was held, I think.
Yeah, someone was hanging on to her. Put the fouls on Cameron Chohan.
But she misses another free throw, so the Crusaders have got to take advantage of every opportunity. When you're down 9, you got 12 and a half minutes, 12:20 to go in this game.
Right.
And misses both, but Ashlyn Ailes with the offensive rebound. So see if the Crusaders can still make the possession count. And McCauley will try it from 3. No good. Faith with the offensive rebound. McCullough misses again. Another rebound. And misses again. Yeah. So Lincoln Christian, multiple chances there to score points, and they can't do it.
No.
Rusher across to Pellin. She's already got 3 threes and now 4. And so that's a huge turn of events there. Or I'm sorry, it was Pellin. It was Chohan.
Yep, so she's got 4 threes now.
And there's a turnover. So Scotus now their biggest lead. They're up by 12, 3.5 to go.
Yeah, we had a couple times. I think it was maybe a 7 or 8 point, maybe probably a 7-point game with possession, and we couldn't make the basket, and now they're back up 12.
And there goes Chohan again. That one misses, but a long rebound back to Rusher, and a 3 from the top of the key, and that one is short, out of bounds. It'll go to the Crusaders. That was Pellin who missed that one.
Yep. We're having a hard time keeping track of Cameron Chohan. And considering she's made 4 threes now, you'd think that would be a little bit more emphasized to not lose the shooter. The rest of the team isn't really hurting us as much, but it's hard to come back in a game when you've got a girl hitting open threes.
And McCullough is fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line, but Faith has really struggled from the line this year. So Now would be a good time for her to pick it up and see what she can do there.
Yeah, we're I think our best free throw shooter is shooting just around 60% this year. You know, the ones that haven't just shot 2 for 2 or the ones that are actually at the line a decent amount. 60% from the free throw line, and when you're such a good three-point shooting team, or low 30s, mid 30s, you'd think you'd at least be upper 70s, maybe 80 on free throws. Turns into a mental thing after a while.
And we'll see who they give that foul to. They're going to give it to Ashlyn Hale. She's got 3 now. But at this point, we'll see if she's going to, if she takes a seat, it may not be for very long.
Right.
No, she doesn't. It's Harms coming in for McCullough. And now McKiley does come in for Ashland, so she'll set. 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Last time she set in the second quarter, why Scotus went on a run.
Right, it did not go well for us. So let's see if we can keep a few more scorers on the court at the same time and utilize our timeouts for the rest.
Inside to Steffensmeyer. And back outside across. Kuhl drives the lane. And that's Cush in the game. Over in the corner, Kuhl. And Shohan in the lane. And, she had an open look from 3 and didn't take it.
She did. It's like we gave her space to shoot a 3, and then we gave her space to drive the lane. So our defense today has not shown up.
And it's a 14-point deficit for the Crusaders.
Nice look.
Kylie Ailes open underneath, but can't finish. Another miss.
Second one was a tough shot. First one was just a miss. It was a good pass from Hallie.
Kuhl drives, is fouled, and that'll be free throws coming for Kuhl.
Yeah, usually defense isn't, for the majority of the time, isn't the problem on our team. It's whether we're hot or not from threes, but today our defense isn't here. We talked about, this was not a planned Saturday afternoon game, and sometimes, these kids these days, they got such a tough life. They expected a nice long weekend to get rest, and the weather gods messed that up for them. So we would hope that mentally we could adjust and show up today to play. Yep. But so far our defense is still at home.
But, of course, same thing for Scotus. They thought they were going to have the Saturday off.
Definitely.
And they also had to endure a 90-minute bus ride from Columbus. So.
Yep, you'd think the advantage would be on us, but they have shown the whole game they've been more aggressive than us. They've gone after the loose balls. They were, mentally they're prepared a little better.
Annie Heiser from the corner. Long rebound. Christ is going to track it down. And she throws one up, and I don't know if anybody in the gym thought that was going to go in.
Yeah.
But
Ashland had one of those that let's not try it again, and that might have been our Emerson not try it again, and we're not getting back on defense.
And an easy basket for Steffensmeyer on the other end.
We've got 2 girls trying to stop one girl at half court, and they got 2 other girls behind them, so lack of communication.
It's a 14-point lead. If somehow the Crusaders could get a couple buckets, get it down to 10 or less before the fourth, they might feel like they have a chance. Battle on the floor, rebound.
Good job, Maddie. Maddie Harms on the ground already. She thought it might as well. Went after the ball, tied it up.
And that's one where, of course, it's hard to see from the bench, but Coach Ehlers, I think Harms had possession. If he could have called a quick timeout while she had it, to save the jump ball.
Nope, I agree. And now it looks like we've called the timeout.
So again, coming up here at the end of the quarter, we will have the winner of our Cornerstone Challenge. Those questions, I don't know, did you hear those questions? Did you know the answer?
I didn't hear them.
Okay, so the first question, I'll ask them of you now. First year for LCS football was 1994. Were you in school then?
Yeah, I graduated 95.
Okay, so you might remember that. We won our first game ever.
Yeah.
Do you remember who we beat?
Well, I've always thought it was Scott, but I'm not sure what the options were, if that was even an option.
It was Omaha Scott, Bishop Neumann, or Lincoln Lutheran were the choices. Okay, so your vote would be Scott.
Yeah, I would go with Scott.
And then question number 2, the first season for boys basketball was 1977-78. Who was the head coach?
Oh, goodness.
Was it Wes Shepard. Was it Scott Johnson or was it Herb Schrader?
I'm going to go with Uncle Herb.
You're right. You would have gotten them both.
Oh, man.
Too late to participate.
Bummer. Yeah, I remember, we had football. I think it was my senior year. And I went out for one day, and that didn't last. So decided I'd stick to basketball and track.
So yeah, that Crusaders, the second half of that, the rest of the story is, I've heard this now, but we lost like 30-some games in a row after we won that first football game.
Yeah, it was always funny because here we beat Scott, and then we lose for like 2 or 3 years, and then Scott's turned into the juggernaut.
And Rusher gets an easy basket. So the Crusaders put on some pressure, but Scotus able to break it.
Has not seemed to affect them. And here we have, see if we can get some points out of Maddie here.
Bounces to Annie Heiser, and she leaves it a little bit short.
We talked about this rotation that we had in the second quarter when they went on the run. Where will we get our points from here? So see if we can get some stops on defense.
And again, Annie Heiser driving to the basket, which is not a usual sight, but she had a good look, but couldn't finish. Yep.
We've had a few. We just need to finish our shots and then get some stops here, not give them second chances.
Scotus is going to have a comfortable lead as they go into the fourth, and there's a jump ball, so it'll go back to LCS. We will get another possession here.
Here we go. See if we can get a shot to pull us to within, what would that be, 14?
That'd get us into
13,
14 or 13, depending on,
Yeah, we don't shoot twos too often.
Annie tries a three. No good. And looked like Schneider was held on that, trying to get the ball, but comes down to Scotus, and they launch a half-quarter shot off the bankboard. No good. The Crusaders with a 39-23 lead, or trailing, to Scotus at the end of 3, and let's go over to Stacy Allison.
We want to thank you for participating in the trivia. The correct answer to the first question was Omaha Scott. That's who we beat in our first football game. And the correct answer to our first basketball coach was none other than Herb Schrader, sitting right here. So we had several folks who participated and got both answers correct. So I'm going to draw out of this fancy bag for a winner to receive that $25 gift card and the Shields gift card and t-shirt. Seth Harms, you are our winner tonight of the 2021 Cornerstone Challenge. Thank you for participating. We'll have some more games coming up at games this next week, so be on the lookout. Thanks.
All right, so we got a winner in the trivia contest. If you didn't win, never fear. You can still participate in the Cornerstone program. If you'd like to contribute, just go to lincolnchristian.org/give2021, and you'll have an opportunity to sign up and help us there. We got a great matching gift opportunity going on during the month of January, $21,000. If you can contribute to or commit to give $20 a month, your gift will be matched and becomes $40 a month, and every little bit helps for LCS. Here we go, fourth quarter, Crusaders with a tough hill to climb, and we'll see what Scotus does. They may try to take the air out of the ball a little bit when they're on offense.
It wouldn't be a bad plan for them to do that, It's not the prettiest style of basketball, but a win's a win. So you're up 16 here.
And a travel turns it over to the Crusaders.
By Faith, she stayed behind her, and I don't know if she got her feet hung up on that or if she was bodying her and then backed off. But Rusher just kind of lost balance and fell back and traveled.
So the Crusaders have their starters back on the floor. Christ goes to the cup and scores.
Nice drive. Emerson with a great drive there with a left kiss off the glass. Cuts it to 14. We've got to get probably 2 or 3 more stops right here with buckets to get it to under 10, maybe 8, and see what happens.
Rusher over in the corner, outside, Cool with it. She drives, puts up a shot and banks it in over McCullough. Got past the defender, and then Faith didn't step out quick enough.
Right, we push them baseline with this outer third defense that they run, and it really relies on help coming out, but it doesn't always happen.
Wow, and a great save by, that's McGuire who saved it for Scotus. She was teetering toward the out of bounds, but kept her balance.
So we didn't get the stop, and then we didn't get a bucket either. So we can't have, really any more of those. If you're going to come back from 16 down, having only scored 25, and now 6.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
And a nice jump stop move by Shohan, but she misses the shot.
Yep. Good job by Faith. Got a hand on the ball and then got the rebound.
Allie Heiser launches from 3. No good, and the rebound comes down to Scotus. So, yeah, you just can't afford empty possessions.
Nope.
McKiley almost with the steal. No dice on that.
And here we go. We're going to spend a little bit of time here having to play defense. There's absolutely no need for Scotus to force anything.
Cool misses that shot.
Yeah.
Christ with the rebound. So, yeah, I'm sure Coach Ritter for Scotus would have said that's not a shot to take, even though she had a good look. But
yep.
He would say, let's run some clock. Lincoln Christian can't convert on this end. And Isabel McEwen is going to come in for Lincoln Christian. See if a fresh face will help the Crusaders.
Right.
Isabel McEwen. Lincoln Christian will take a 30-second timeout. Or no, full timeout now.
Might be Scotus.
Or it's Scotus' timeout, I'm sorry. And it is 30 seconds. So the conference tournament coming up again. I said we'd look at the seeds as of now. This could all change, of course, but Grand Island Central Catholic, I don't think that's going to change. They're going to be the 1 seed. They're still undefeated. They would take on the winner of Bishop Newman and David City Aquinas. Then the 2 seed would be Fremont Bergen, and they take on the winner of Kearney Catholic and Omaha Concordia. 3 seed right now would be Lincoln Lutheran against Columbus Scotus as the 6th seed. Now again, Lincoln Christian would be the 5th seed, but we could flip-flop with them depending on if Scotus holds on and wins this. Lincoln Christian then would be taking on Hastings St. Cecilia. But again, any games that are going on today will affect the point totals, and it's not just as easy as looking up the wild card points on the NSAA website because they make some adjustments for the schools that are below Class C1. They actually take away some points if you're C2 or D1 for your games against other teams in your division in the conference. And I was looking at that, and Fremont Bergen actually is Class D1, so they're a couple of classes below. That foul will go on Annie Heiser. But they've only played one Eastern Division Conference game. That was against us back in December. They play the other 4 schools after the conference tournament, so their points won't be affected very much by that. Again, that was one of the big wins, the 2 big wins for the Crusader girls this year against 2 of the teams on the conference. In the conference, there's a steal. Ashley Nails has it pushed out of bounds. Good defense by Shohan to avoid the layup.
Right.
But yeah, Lincoln Christian beat Lincoln Lutheran, the second game of the year for LCS, the first for Lutheran. And the Warriors haven't lost since then. They're 10-1. And then Lincoln Christian with a win over Fremont Bergen. And the Bergen girls are 9-3 this year.
Right. I hadn't kind of followed that, but I knew we had beaten them by about 18 points or so earlier in the year. And you had said they were going to be the 2nd seed. And I'm like, wait a second. So I went back and looked, and I'm like, sure enough, they've done well since our game.
Yeah.
Same with Lutheran. We both kind of saw that during that Lutheran game, that they were an improved team and that they were going to be pretty good by the end of the year.
I think Lincoln Christian won that by about 18, but that was the night we hit, 17 threes or 14 threes or something.
I think. It was crazy.
They could use those threes tonight, but they're not falling.
Nope.
We had one here in the second half. Hallie hit a 3 back in the third quarter, but that's it. That's McGuire with it. Bounces inside. And across. And a good drive, but a missed shot by Pellin. Rebound by Isabel McEwen. Annie Heiser and dribbles it out of bounds. Sometimes it's just not your night, as they say.
We had a good defensive possession there. Kind of got beat backdoor. Caused them to take a shot, which in the long run worked out for us. But then we had an unforced error on the other end, dribbling out of bounds. Isabel McEwen did a good job when she was in there. Did what she needed, I guess, get somebody some rest, and got a rebound, I think, while she was in there also.
And Maddie Harms in now, along with Ava Schneider, Emerson Christ, Ashley Ailes, and McKiley Ailes for Lincoln Christian.
So about halfway through this quarter, and the lead is still 16. So in order to make this competitive at the end, we didn't really start this quarter the way we needed to. The effort was there. It's just we got a few stops, and we didn't follow it up with makes.
Hallie Heiser is in, so on offense, another shooter for the Crusaders. Yep. See if they can fall.
Yeah, so we've got, McKiley, Hallie, and Ashlyn, our 3 of our top 4 3-point shooters.
And then Christ loses it. Yeah. And a bucket on the other end by Ava Kuhl. So I tell you, Columbus Scotus throughout the game, they have played good defense. They've got quick hands, quick feet, and they have beaten the Crusaders to a number of rebounds tonight.
And what I like to see with the Shamrocks is they took advantage of our mistakes. If we had a turnover, they took it right to the other end and made a basket. We have not taken advantage of some of their mistakes.
So again, if you want to participate in the Cornerstone program, it's lincolnchristian.org/give2021. Also, if you'd like more information on our capital campaign, To God Be the Glory, that's at lincolnchristian.org/TGBTG. There you go, the initials there. They say that fast, right? To God Be the Glory. So check that out. For the girls, their next game is not till next Thursday, right? Against Concordia.
So. Concordia at home.
And the boys will have 2 games next week, Elkhorn on Tuesday night and Concordia on Thursday night. So for the boys, that's a tall task next week. Both those teams are good this year.
Yep.
And Elkhorn Crusaders on the boys' side, added a couple of Class B schools, Elkhorn and Bennington, and both of those schools rated in the top 10. And of course, the girls added Omaha Skutt this year to their schedule. So somebody's got to have a chat with activities director Kurt Earl. He's not putting any gimmies on the schedule, is he?
He's not helping us out. Conference is tough enough.
Yeah. Emerson Christ with it out of the timeout. And again, quick hands from Scotus. It'll go out of bounds off McGuire. Lincoln Christian will keep it. 3.5 to go. Hallie Heiser. Chris Jana DeHaan in the game, inside to Harms. And she is fouled. She'll go to the free throw line.
Good job by Maddie. But the good news, Keith, we haven't talked about this. We officially have a winning streak on the JV girls team.
All right.
So we got a win over in the elementary gym while you were doing the JV boys. Down 1 going to the 4th, and I think we outscored the Shamrocks 15-2 in the 4th quarter.
Oh, wow. Good deal.
Bree Miller with a really good game. I could see her maybe contributing on this court at this time next year, as a big that we need. So she had a really good game. So we got to win. So it's 2 in a row now. So look out.
That's right. I've been impressed watching Bree play. She's played, I think, some of the reserve games as well as the JV games, and you never know. I mean, I think Coach Ehlers could add a couple of players for postseason. She might be one of those that has a chance to come up and suit up for varsity.
Right, and from what I see, I think she could actually help this team with playing time, not just sit in the bench, but not so far.
Crusaders playing tight defense, but the Shamrocks just continue to pass the ball and run clock. They're up by 17. Bounce inside to Steffenmeyer. And ball tipped, and Lincoln Christian will get the turnover. Chris might as well launch a 3 and hits it.
So she's got 2 today, 1 coming into it. So 3 for the year for Emerson. I think she's maybe, 2 for 5 or so today. So,
and she's got 10 points, which might be a season high point-wise for her.
Yep.
30 seconds.
Lincoln Christian takes the timeout with 2.5 to go. So again, on the girls' side, other teams in the conference records: Grand Island Central Catholic 12-0, Bergen 9-3, Lincoln Lutheran 10-1, as we mentioned, St. Cecilia 11-2, Lincoln Christian 5-6, Scotus 7-6. They're going to go to 8-6, looks like. Kearney Catholic 6-8, Newman 4-8, Aquinas 3-9, and Concordia 2-10, struggling this year. But it's you look at a school like Newman, a record of 4-8, and that looks really odd. They had a long run. Their girls team has with great years. Last year they really struggled, and again this year.
Yep. Yeah, and they, like we kind of talked a little bit about, they beat this Columbus Scotus team in the last week or so, I think. So maybe they're coming around a little bit to improve as the season goes. You always like to see that.
No, actually, Newman lost to Scotus.
That's right, because Scotus beat. Yep.
Right, 53 or 51-43 is the final. Out of the timeout, Scotus with the ball. And that's Cool, guarded by Christ. Cool's cool as a cucumber with the ball. Rusher now, guarded by Christ. And Christ almost has a steal. Loose ball. Scotus picks it up. And now McKiley Ailes with the steal. And Dahan kicks back to Christ. And she draws the foul.
See if she can build on her 10 points. I like the energy and the enthusiasm on defense. I would have started that a little bit earlier. Down 14 with a minute and a half left. You like to see the effort, but a little too late.
Along with the free throw, and Christina Avila will come into the game for Lincoln Christian. Looks like she's going to come in for Christ, so she'll wait for the next free throw. And Shohan, by the way, picked up her 4th foul, but it's not going to make a difference at this point. So Chris, after a couple of threes tonight, then she goes 0 for 2 from the line. Loose ball and a tie-up, and they'll call a jump ball. It'll go back to LCS. Ava Schneider in there fighting for it. So Avila comes in as well as Hallie Heiser and Ashlyn Ailes.
Yeah, Ava did a good job disrupting that play and then causing the tie-up, which got us the ball.
We'll have a couple of reserve games on the air Monday night. The Crusaders will battle Lincoln Pius X. Long three coming from Ashlyn Ailes. Christina Avila catches the rebound. McKiley Ailes up. Can't convert. Ashlyn rebounds and gets fouled. So she will go to the line.
Have reserve games here, and then I think we talked about it last week, but junior high, our first games are at Freeman that night also.
And do you have 3 teams?
We have Freeman only has 2, and so we could do 3, but we're only going to have 2. Usually when we play Freeman, we do play a couple of C quarters, but this year Freeman doesn't have as many players out, so we just have an A and B, but I think we'll be able to get a couple C quarters, which is good. Running clock C quarters for some of the girls that haven't played quite as much. So.
And Ashton goes 2 for 2. I was looking at the junior high schedule. It looks like I think you've only got maybe 2 home games.
Yeah, it kind of goes back and
3,
forth.
I can't remember.
Yeah, last year we had a good amount. I know Taylor's 7th grade year we were on the road a lot. So
yeah.
I think there's a tournament in Omaha that we did last year, and I think it's going to be in Lincoln this year. So, so a couple more in-town games anyway.
Good defense by the Crusaders, but Scotus able to keep the ball. Last minute of the game, scoop shot no good, and they track down the loose ball. They're all going their way today.
Yeah, they showed up ready to play. The way the game started, I thought maybe if it was going to go this route, it'd be us, but we had that stretch when Ashton went out, and we just couldn't do anything on one end and couldn't stop him on the other. That ends up being the difference in the game.
Yeah, it was Crusaders actually led 12-10, and then it was 23-12 Scotus, so they had a 13-0 run. McKiley Ailes hit that half-court shot at the buzzer at halftime to bring us back within 8, but then Scotus picked up where they left off.
Yep, that gave us a little bit of hope, but
Scotus will run out the clock, and they'll go to 8-6, and for Lincoln Christian, they'll go to 5-7. with Omaha Concordia coming up next Thursday night. We talked about that. It's certainly a winnable game. Concordia is 2-10, so we certainly don't want to look past them, and I'm sure Coach Ehlers isn't going to let his team do that either.
I don't think we have that. We don't think we can do that this year.
So Lincoln Christian ends it with a 43-31 loss to Columbus Scotus. Again, we talked about it. Crusaders, good first quarter, had the lead, but Scotus picked it up, and they coast to the 12-point win. For the Crusaders, Ashlyn Ailes finishes with 9, 2 for Annie Heiser. I've got 3 for Michaela Ailes, just that shot at the end of the half. I've got 7 for Hallie. Does that sound right?
Yeah,
yep.
I think so. And
7 for Hallie Heiser. Emerson Christ finishes with 10, and 1 for Maddie Harms tonight. And Scotus, led by Cameron Shohan, she finishes with 16 points to lead the Shamrocks to a big victory. So that's it. Final score in the girls' game was 43-31. Columbus Scotus with the win. We'll take a break. Be back in about 15-20 minutes with the boys' game, the Shamrocks and the Crusaders, here on the Crusaders Sports Network.